Welcome to a video update from the Fire Brigade Union in the West Midlands. I'm Billy Holland, Brigade Chair. This is Steve Price-Hunt, Brigade Secretary. This is going to be a short video covering two main topics. Those are pensions and white paper. While we're here and before we start, we're also going to be issuing a video from the Women's Committee. I urge everybody to watch that. This isn't a video for women, this is a video for the attention of all of our members. At our national conference, we had a delegation of all women. We've also got 6 brigade committee members who are women. So on the two topics that we're going to cover, pensions, and that's going to be Steve, so I'll hand over to you.
Thanks, Billy. I'm sure the vast majority, if not all of our members, are aware of the Fire Brigade Union membership's legal victory against the government and employers, which proved that our members were being discriminated against when transferring to the new pension. You'll also be aware that the West Midlands Fire Service, following that court victory, decided to pay our members their entitlements that they were and end the discrimination. Following that, the government issued fresh guidance asking them to pause the payment, of which the West Midlands Fire Service did. This is a serious subject of discrimination, and our legal victory is quite profound and is to the benefit of millions of public sector workers who will also benefit from not having the pension discrimination against them. What I can report is that on the 6th of June, the Fire Authority have decided to call an Audit and Risk Committee. This is the committee where the members there, the Fire Authority, are the scheme managers, the decision makers in all of our pension schemes. I have been personally lobbying and speaking to these councillors who will be taking the vote on the 6th of June, and I can report to members that I am positive, having spoken to the chair of the Fire Authority and other elected members, I am positive that they will vote in favour of reintroducing the payments for our members that they are lawfully entitled to and ending the discrimination.
So the second topic, white paper. Hopefully members have heard a little bit about the white paper, might not completely understand it. In brief, it's been issued by the government and it's a mechanism by which they can consult on changes or reforms that they want to make. In this case, it's reforms to our service, our industry, the fire service. And there are some threats and there's things to be worried about as working people contained with it in that consultation document. Some examples of that is the way that we're governed. So our governance within the West Midlands is through a fire authority, elected councillors. Now we won't pretend that that's a perfect mechanism, it's not always perfect, but it's made up of elected councillors drawn from the public that we serve, from different political parties. They are accountable to us, they are open to our scrutiny, and they do have to listen to us, as Steve said with his pensions update, lobbying with members of the fire authority over pensions. That model is far superior, in our view, to the single employer model, such as a police and crime commissioner or a mayor, one person calling all the shots, who we can't necessarily scrutinise, hold to account. That's not a model that we as the Fire Brigade accept. Another thing that's come up and people should be worried about is talk about removing our right to strike. The right to strike for us is a fundamental human right, as it is for all working people. It'll have to be protected, and if it's attacked, we will fight with all we've got to protect it. Further to that, we've got a tax on the way that we collectively bargain with the employer, and I'll hand over to Steve for a bit about collective bargaining.
Yes, so collective bargaining is a fundamental right where trade union officials bargain their terms and conditions with the employer. I'm sure most of you are familiar that national negotiations and talks have been going on for a while now around widening the role linked to pay, terms and conditions of employment. That needs to continue at national level, not at a local level or by a single employer that could dictate what those are. At conference this year, Scotland moved a resolution that was passed, and the West Midlands also moved a resolution that was passed. Many of us will be familiar with slip, trips and falls response, domiciliary care. The resolutions were passed by conference, and now at a local and national level, the FBU are not permitted to negotiate those types of work. In Scotland, a double-digit pay rise was offered to members, of which were balloted on, and the Scottish delegation reported that they believed the main reason why that double-digit pay rise was rejected was down to slip, trips and falls response, domiciliary care, not being appropriate work for firefighters, and now that is not up for negotiation anymore. That is how collective bargaining works.
Cheers, Steve. So we'll bring it to an end there. We will be issuing further videos. I also again urge you to watch the Women's Committee video that's going to be issued at a similar time to this, and we'll see you all soon. Cheers.